will we be leveraging the Iran Sanctions Act for concrete cooperation from our allies and cutting off the regime in Iran? Madam Secretary, I will be handing you a letter that I have written regarding the protection of the Iranians who are in Camp Ashraf in Iraq. We're very worried about their plight. We have made commitments to them to make sure that they certain action would not be taken against them, and I fear that as we keep moving, those protections are going to be taken away and certain guarantees.
Leaders, we talk about Iran, the dissidents in Iran. I know that the feeling in some quarters is that we don't want to publicly identify with them too much because it'll just help the regime to say that the dissidents are just agents of the United States. But I really think that we need to have more public support for the brave people of Iran who are standing up under extraordinary conditions against.
And the ranking member and I have legislation that would target Iran's human rights abusers with.
The question is, what are we doing about this apparent manipulation by the Iranians in terms of the Iraqi elections that are going to mean so much in terms of what post-occupation Iraq looks like, and whether we have an ally in Iraq or whether there is a state in Iraq that is more aligned with Iran.
That on balance, the Iraqis are much more nationalistic and much more willing to stand up for themselves vis-a-vis Iran, with the exception of some people, some Iraqis, who have a different agenda, who are carrying water, if you will, for the Iranians.
Dilly-willy friends in Europe is less important for us to be than being tough with a mullah repressive regime, a murderous regime that is engaged in murdering people on their streets. Don't you think that this conciliatory tone, which, as you just admitted, certainly has not been accepted by the mullahs, has in some way depressed or at least hurt the spirit on the streets of Iran, of those young people who are trying to struggle to end this mullah regime?
Well, President Obama has struck exactly the right tone and approach to give heart to the people who are putting their lives on the line, who know that we stand with them, know that we support their efforts, but also recognize that they've got a long, hard road ahead, and what we're trying to do is get international opinion that will force the Iranian regime to change its calculations.
Madam, with the resolution today, and I thank the ranking member for co-sponsoring it, condemning the human rights violations in Iran and supporting voices of freedom and democracy. I hope you will take a look at that. I think it's something that we need to be doing. I'm also concerned about Iran's influence in the region, both in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. I'm not